Hello, everybody. It's me again. We're here. I'm all done writing the application. So here it is. It's in the application form. So if you download this is a demonstration video of the Uncha application that I made. So what it does is it removes the backgrounds on PNGs and it saves the image as a transparent PNG. So let's open up the application. This is it here. It has a user guide, so you can read it if you're having issues or you want to look at the system specs or anything like that. Right here in here, we can choose our path in. What I did is I have about 900 images to process, so I'll show you that right now. Um, I'm making content with this, and I'm just going to allow people to use the content because it's completely 100% non. It's basically public domain. You can use it for anything. So I made these Halloween packs, and there's folders total with these images. So I got some bats in here, and I have Halloween cats. And we're just going to ask Uncha to remove the backgrounds on all these so that we have nice design elements that we can use going forward for any kind of application. So in these folders, we have between 20 and 100 or 20 and 150 images that need the backgrounds removed. So uh, what I did is I made so these folders have the images in them, and these folders are empty, and that's just going to make it easier to put them in. I left the quantity 0 because Uncha doesn't can't remove all backgrounds. It does a bad job with some, and I'm probably like 5%. It depends on the subject. If the subject is well defined, or if there's like a well, it just depends on the image. Some are harder than others. So we really want to just go through the images after the backgrounds are removed and take out those. If we really like the image, we can always take it into a third party app and remove the background. But usually, I just strive to get the best images from the batch. So let's go back to our tool here. So I'm going to choose an input path. I'm going to navigate to my folder, and we'll just start with the first one. So it's bats. And then on the output path, I'll choose. Well, actually, I did that wrong. So on the output path, I'll choose the bats. And on the input path, I'll choose it's this down here. It's images with backgrounds, bats. So pretty the filing system is probably the hardest thing to deal with, but then we'll go ahead and start the tool. So it's a one-click removal process. And here we get our information. We're processing the images. There's 69 in the file altogether, and we're going through and we're processing them in real time. And it just goes pretty quick. So let's take a look in our folder to see how we're doing. This is these are the images with the backgrounds removed. These are looking pretty good. You can see that we're having this one has a little issue. That's a reoccurring issue that I see is that if we have if we have a background like this where there's a two tone in the background, it's going to have a little bit harder time with it. Um, Sometimes that's not an issue, but this time it is. So I'm going to remove that image from the batch because I don't want to put that in a sticker pack. This one has a weird graphic here that it didn't remove, so I'll take it out. That wasn't very interesting, anyways. This looks really good. So some of these images are looking fantastic. And that's what we want is we want design elements that the user can use that look really good. And see, this has some stuff that's left in here, and I actually think this is still a really good design element. So this could be used in a graphic design. This one as well could be used in a graphic design. So I'm going to leave these in here. They're kind of cool. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that one. That's cute. That's pretty cool. I imagine that these would be used. I think our app is done. Let's okay. Process complete. Let's keep moving on. I'll kind of talk as we go. I don't want to take up too much time. Uh, kind of kind of just wait. I don't want to waste too much time. So let's go to the next batch. This is the select folder in. I believe it's in. So cat. We'll do cats next, and then choose output path will be cats. What I'm going to do this time to make it easier is I'm going to hit select as default. That way it goes right back to that previous folder, so we can select the file paths easier next time. So as you can see, it kept this kind of report on here from the last batch. But if we hit the run tool again with the new folders, it starts off with 0 and it has a new amount. So there's 67 items in this new batch. So let's go to that new folder, cats. So it's just going to, so we're going to go through 900 images here pretty quick. So we can see these are turning out to be really cute. These are really cute. And they don't have the background on them, which is even better. So, I mean, if you wanted to use these in a t-shirt or a game or um, anything else, they're going to work really good. I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that one in there. It's kind of cool. That's pretty cool. These these are pretty random. Some of these, but um, they're well, what's a black cartoon cat? You know, it's just it's just gonna work. Some of these, like this particular style of image, what I'm using to generate these images is the new SDXXXL stable diffusion, which is like a ultimate computer brain. Best I can describe it is that in the 80s, the people were like, how do we make a human brain? How do we emulate a human? I think we're done with this batch. Process complete. All right, let's keep moving. Let's move right along. In the 80s, they were like, how do we make a computer, a human brain inside a computer? And they're like, all human brains have neurons. And they're like, well, human brains do this. They basically dissected a human brain, and they're like, this is how a human brain works. Program it. And then they started working on how to program. And that's what ChatGPT is: a human brain that they emulated inside of a computer. I mean, where are we at? We did cats, we did bats. Let's do ghosts. And oops. So let's do ghost. I'm getting I'm getting distracted. It's this one. All right, select folder. All right, don't get distracted. All right, and this one. Actually, this one is with ghosts, and this one is. I chose the wrong one. It's the with backgrounds ghosts. Okay, there we go. So I'll hit run. Process 51 files in this one. Let's go to the folder. Yeah, so they made a human brain inside of we programmed a human brain inside of a computer, and it's not quite the same. Like human brains have the neurons are on and off, like go or stop, and the computer brain is like it's like a math it's like a math equation for each neuron. So it's like between 0 and 1. It like has a range. It has a value between 0 and 1 that it can be. And then when it trains, it's like, okay, this neuron fires this much to give you the end result. And it's completely not programming. It's the programming was done once the AI uh, the model was made. I think we're done with this batch. We're gonna move right along. So that's this batch. We'll go back to our tool. Those turned out really nice. So input path, I think I got this down. So the input next is going to be haunted houses. All right, haunted houses. And output path is going to be all right, haunted houses. Let's make this go faster. Run background tool. Okay, we have 117 files in this batch. Let's take a look at our progress. So what I built this software on is not. I didn't use haunted houses are going to be a little bit harder to remove the backgrounds. What I built this software on is not a large language model. It is machine learning, but there's a thing in Python where in the coding language that I use, it's a library that it's a machine learning that can pick out the subject and pick out the background and remove it. So there's a lot going on under the hood on this software that I wrote, but these are looking pretty good. These will be nice. I didn't. The reason why I had so many in this one to start, because I didn't think there would be a lot of usable ones after the backgrounds are removed. Kind of important to remove the backgrounds. This one looks really nice. Kind of important to remove the backgrounds because when you're putting them into a scene, you can't put a image with a background into a scene very easily. You can see this just books it. It just moves right along. Ah, that looks cool. So I use Stable Diffusion, and uh, Stable Diffusion is started out kind of like a little wonky, and I had a lot of issues with it. But lately, it's kind of finding its footing. It's they're train they've it's kind of like a person learns, I guess. Like a person has to spend time studying the subject before they can draw real good. But I feel okay. That's done. I feel like it says still processing. So I'm at 102 files out of 117. So it'll be there here pretty quick. I'm somewhat of an artist myself, and I draw and paint and do sketches and stuff. And I feel like the things that are there's a lot. Okay, so this is done. So let's pick. So we just did haunted houses, jack o' lanterns. All right, images with backgrounds, jack o' lanterns. The things that it just knows because it studied things, but not like a human studies. Okay, let's run this. It just knows composition really well. It knows color really well, and it knows lines. Of course, all of these packs that I'm doing right now, as I say, jack lanterns. All these packs right now that I'm making are in a cartoon kind of feel because they cartoon graphic design elements work in so many situations. However, if you subscribe to the upper tier of my Patreon, then I'll make this can be like realistic or Da Vinci style or Michelangelo style. Like these images can be like ultra. They call it ultra realism and hyper realism. They can be steampunk style. So right now these are kind of like generic, like you multiple use like style. Like this can be used on a T-shirt, or it can be used in a game, or it could be used on a flyer or a website or something like that. If you're doing something really specific, like a steampunk style T-shirt, then you want a steampunk style jack o' lantern if you need that. So just get a hold of me. We can talk about it. I can show you the capabilities that the, these these types of uh, soft content generators have. Let's take a look at this. So there's 106 files total, and we're at 90 right now. There's a couple in here that don't look so good, so get rid of them. But for the most part, it looks like the turtle pack is, or the jack o' lantern pack is going to have quite a few in it. I'm not striving to set like exactly 100 images or 50 or 75. I'm just putting in however many turned out good, because once this is zipped, then it kind of all goes as a package to the download on Patreon. And I think that's it for this pack. Process complete. You see how useful this tool is. I when I was building this tool, I never imagined it would work this good or be this level of this production level tool. It has. So let's see here. We got jack o' lanterns, spiders. Let's see how the spiders do. Spiders are going to be hard because of all the legs, but we'll see what happens here. Spiders. All right. Run tool. Let's take a look here. Oh, there some of them are turning out good. I figured some would look way better than others. Like this one here looks way better than that one. That one here looks way better than that one. And that, see, half of these legs are gone. I imagine in the future, these tools will become even better. But today, we're probably going to have to get rid of a few of these. So let's look at the tool. We have 96 total files in the folder, and we're at 47. So I imagine if you need a spider for your content, like a batch, you can choose from 5 or you can choose from 20, and you're probably going to find something you like. But I'll probably have a good number in this pack. So going back to this tool, there's air handling, and there's the user guide, and you can set user your, if you want to use the same folders over and over, like just put images in the same folder. You can set those as defaults, and it'll be there when you open it. And now it's downloadable. I was able to. Looks like this one's done. So process complete. So let's move on to the next batch. So this software will be on my Patreon as a downloadable content. So if you want to download the software, just subscribe. Just go to the higher end tier, and then you can download the software and use it on your computer. Right now, it's Windows only, unfortunately, but I do plan on making it making it for Mac OS, not for Linux. Linux is a neglected child. Uh, if you're running Linux, you're probably, I don't know how much design software they have in Linux. So let's see here. I'm not dissing Linux. I love Linux. I use Linux a lot. Oh, werewolves. This is really cool. Werewolves is cool. Select folder. When I was generating these images, the werewolves turned out really good. So let's run the tool for werewolves. It's not running. Maybe I. Oh, there's. Let's see here. What did I do wrong? Werewolves with backgrounds, and maybe I'd only have. Let's go inside this folder and see what I did wrong. Images with backgrounds, Halloween werewolves. Oh, I put it inside of another folder. So we don't need to do that. So let's move it real quick to this folder. And that should make the tool work. Let's see here. 73 werewolves. All right. So let's go in here to the werewolves and take a look at them. Ah, cool. There are a few where it's not doing so good, but for the most part, these are turning out real nice. The issue with the werewolves is that the Stable Diffusion wanted to put moons in the background, and moons are gonna be confused with part of the werewolf image. But there was enough of these werewolves that I thought, well, I'll end up with some good end elements regardless. So we're going to process about 900 images this morning in the span of I don't know how long it's been, about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. That one's cool. That one's cool. Yeah, these are kind of cartoonish. They are very cartoonish. That one's cool. So, oh, and we're finished with this batch. So let's move on to the next batch. Witches. All right, witches. Cool. These are turning out pretty good too. So I plan on doing not just Halloween packs every season. Every season, hopefully I'll get around to doing some packs, and not just seasons, but based like generic design elements. So leaves, fall leaves, trees. Seashells. I already put shells and um, hot air balloons and stuff on my Patreon. That's all free content. But we'll see how far this goes. I'll be able to get quite a bit, I think. Let's see where we're at here. Okay, we finished the 44, so let's keep moving. So, witches. Looks like we have zombies. 2 packs of zombies, and we're done. All right, run this one. 103 zombies. Let's go into our zombie folder. I did a batch of cute zombie females or ladies, and I did a batch of just regular zombie. It turns out like all the zombies that Stable Diffusion wanted to make were just guys, but I was like, you can't have a misrepresentation like that. You need there's so many people in the population that when the zombie apocalypse hits, then there will be girl zombies. So it's pretty cute. This zombie just came from trick or treating or from a scary movie where she had popcorn. Oh, these are like really good, like horror zombies. Zombies are horrifying, whether they're cartoon or not. So, all right, I think I'm done with these, or just about done. Let's check our application. We're at 70 out of 103. My my video, my screen recording software will kick me out after 30 minutes. So I'm going to try to get the one video clip all done in 30 minutes. And so I'm just going to, we got one more batch after this completes, and then we're going to call it a day for this video. these, zombies, these zombies are uber cute. So very cute. All right. So we're done here. So let's change this to the uh, just one more zombies, regular zombies, men zombies, and it's going to be the male zombies. So we're going to start the tool 87 in here. Let's take a look at what we're doing. All right, yeah, these zombies are more regular zombie, but I feel like there's a overrepresentation of zombies in lab coats. Like they just got done, or from the office. There's not as many. It's like all zombies are working stiffs in life, and all people that were not working stiffs were able to somehow not get bitten by the by the office workers. And that's probably the case because I imagine office workers are kind of not as fit as more athletic types. Like there's no bodybuilder zombies in this pack. So just what Stable Diffusion thinks of us is that it knows that athletic people are not going to get bit, but office workers are going to become, all of them are just zombies. Well, regardless, I mean, it's okay. I like it. I like the ties. I like the aesthetic. Look at that one. All right, I think we're just about done. Process complete. That's all I got for you today. Thanks for coming by. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.